It's the last full day of summer, and it's a beautiful day here on the campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. Today we have OCAA women's soccer action as the 0-3 Humber Hawks, led by Jose Caro, are in town to take on the number 4 ranked St. Clair Saints. They have a 3-1 record led by Steve Vanini. Hello everybody, my name is Dan Dominguez, and I, along with the We Digital Productions crew, will bring you all the action from the pitch at Acumen Stadium. Captains at midfield with the referee crew, doing the coin toss to choose sides. Humber off to a bit of a tough start so far this year. An 0-3 record, only giving up 5 goals. They've had a tough schedule to open up this season, but they're coming off a silver medal in the 2023 season.
Serena Lacoste, number 7.
Teams huddling up. We're going to go right to the starting lineup.
10, Alexa Mongo.
We have Riley Stewart, she's going to be the goaltender.
13,
Gotti, Acosta,
Bernie.
Emily Robitaille, Caitlin Russell,
15, Alessia
Anand,
Alvarado.
Bediako, Lewis,
18,
Keeley's
Renee
Calendar,
Mackenzie Cup.
Spalla, Isabella
19,
Chiapetta,
Kelly Collins.
and Michaela
Number 21,
Santaguida.
Ayla
The
Hudson.
starting lineup for Jose
24,
Caro and his
Leah
Humber
Burrell.
Hawks. And there's a look at Steve
Starting
Vanini's
keeper,
crew.
Number 3, Lily
We'll get their lineup up here in a
Teams
second.
coached by Steve.
There it is. Goaltender again is going to be Lily Estefan. She's backstopped every match so far for the Saints, doing a good job, 3-1 record. Natalie Kersey, the firecracker speedster on the forward side. Lapos, Victoria Walsh and Mogden, the 2 stars of this team. Liberty, Olivito, Kidsney Clough, Lily Collins, Layla Hudson, and Leah Burrell, 2 of the defenders on this club. There's our referee. We're at midfield. We're going to get this one going really shortly. 25 degrees Celsius, a humidex of 31 degrees here in Windsor, Ontario. This final day of summer here in 2024. As I mentioned, Humber off to a bit of a slow start, 0-3 by their standards. Silver medalist last year, but they've had a pretty tough go of it this year, schedule-wise. They've lost to Niagara, Sheridan, and Conestoga at the beginning. 3 tough teams in the West Division of the OCAA. So it looks like Humber's going to start with possession. St. Clair is in the all-white. St. Clair will be traveling from left to right across your screen. And Humber Hawks in the all-blue. Estefan, the goalkeeper for the Saints. Riley Stewart, number 71, is going to be the keeper for Humber. Stewart, 5'11" keeper from London, Ontario in her second year. And there's her whistle. We're ready to go. Big boot down the middle of the field, just over the attacker. Burrell plays it. Back and forth, teams starting to feel each other. Humber's got possession. They decide to backtrack to set things up around midfield. A little bit of pressure by Mogden, forcing them right. They got a runner on the right side. It's a race for it. St. Clair player overtakes her. Ball traveling just past the line. That's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. So the Saints will be tucked into their own corner on the throw-in. That's Layla Hudson getting ready to throw. 5'8" defender, Windsor, Ontario, Holy Names High. Second year with the club. This women's team last year for the Saints finished in 4th provincially, losing in penalties in the OCAA tournament. There's a foul. And the Saints will have a free kick in their own end. So it's definitely going to be a warm one. As I mentioned, 31 degrees humidex, but you can probably add another 5 degrees at field level with that turf just baking in the sun. Saints have a run down the left side. Big boot towards the net, just wide. Past the keeper. It'll be a goal kick. So it's a good run for the Saints there early in this one, just in the second minute. That looked like Sierra Lapos, number 4, with that run. So Humber has it near side. Calendar pushes it back to the defender. Left boot has a runner. That's Calendar down the left side. Kersey chasing. Just in the edge of the box, Kersey catches up. And they're one-on-one. Left boot to the middle, and that's intercepted and cleared. Headed right back in, but now the Saints are able to safely get away. That's Mogden. Mogden working with Kersey. Mogden just sends up. That's No flags. They had Victoria Walsh in on the right side, but the keeper comes out to scoop that one up. There's your temperature out there, 25 degrees Celsius. Barely a cloud in the sky today. And that hot humidex we talked about, 31 Celsius. So Humber has it at the logo. Nice little chip pass. Humber had a bit of a run. Saints defend. A little feeling out process here in the first few minutes. With this heat, the referee and coaches agreed there's going to be water breaks in this one at some point. Somewhere probably about halfway through each half. Looks like Burrell near side. He's got a bit of a run, but boxed out nicely by 17. That's Chantel Spalla, 5'4" out of Mississauga. Able to thwart that attempt by Burrell. Burrell is a defender, but if she gets a run, she's not afraid to go into the offensive zone. Chipped by a defender. She runs right by Burrell. That's Callender. We've noticed a little trouble with speed sometimes with the St. Clair defenders. Burrell falls over top of the ball, and Callender gets it. Right boot centering. Headed once, just wide of Estefan. The first real chance for Humber today. Right as the clock ticks to 4 minutes. Saints will try it down the far side as Hudson centering, clearing ball to midfield. One-on-one battle far side. Referee calls either a foul or a handball. So Humber will have it. We'll see the replay if we can see. So just a grab. You can see her grab over on the right arm, so a foul on the Saints. Estefan back into live action, has the possession, bowls it out left side. Saints have a little bit of space on the far side. They're going to send Walsh in. Walsh going to look to cross. There's Mogden in the middle. Low liner, defended by Humber, and Humber clears. And that ball is just sent all the way across the field. That's going to trickle past the boundary. And that's going to be a throw in. All the vetoes there. So we got to speak with Steve Danini a little bit before the match. And he's hoping his team could be a little bit more aggressive. This is a talented team with a lot of goal scorers. But he says a few of the times this season, they've just been a little too cautious, afraid to try and make that play in fear of creating an odd man rush. But he's encouraging his women to take a little bit more chances. So we'll see if that pays off here today against a strong Humber club. Even with the 0-3 record, they know they're a force in the West Division and Ontario in the OCAA. So another goal kick. Left boot, that's intercepted, but couldn't control it on the far side. Nice attempt by the Saints to try and steal that outlet pass. So only one game this weekend for the Saints. Humber played back on Wednesday. They lost to Conestoga 2-1 on Wednesday. As we mentioned, that 0-3 start. That's the first 0-3 start Humber's had since 1996. Mogden, just inside the box, right boot, far corner, off the post, rebound, all just wide by Walsh. Mogden just touches the post. Walsh couldn't push it home. We'll take a look at that on the replay. So a nice little pass here. It's a nice pass by Kinsley Clough, past the keeper, and just gets the post, and Walsh just couldn't get enough on it with the defender there. Nice job by Robitaille on defense to help save a goal. So that was the best scoring opportunity definitely of the match so far here in the 8th minute. And that win we were talking about, Conestoga over Humber was the first time Conestoga in their women's soccer school history, 25 matches, that they ever beat Humber. Got a bit of a run. This is Calendar near side. Defender hustles back, just on the edge of the box. Defender down. And Olivito helps defend. That was Chiapetta, 5'8" midfielder from Milton. Bishop Redding. There'll be a throw-in on the near side. Lewis throws in the Calendar. Calendar working one-on-one, gets a right foot cross. That sails over everybody's head. And that ball goes to the keeper. So Lily Estefan, they have 3 goalkeepers on this team. Scotty Fick played quite a bit last year for this team. It was pretty much a split between Estefan and Scotty Fick last year. But according to Steve Vanini, Lily Estefan's been head and shoulders above everybody, so she's been in net for every minute of this season. They also have a highly regarded transfer, Sofia Ovcharenko. She's not dressed today. So Vanini happy with it, what Estefan has provided so far. So a 3-1 record. So Calendar, it's on the near side, working one-on-one. That's Burrell defending. That'll be a throw-in for the Hawks. Short throw-in. Kersey stays with her man. So that ball's going to go to the corner. Kersey and Burrell were defending. So we're in the 10th minute of this one. Saints have 3 shots. Humber has 2. Saints have had some chances. Big chance as Mognan put one off the post just a couple minutes ago. As we get ready for the first corner of this one. Low liner, short side. And that's past the goal line. Not a great effort on the corner kick by Caitlin Russell. Russell's a 5'5" forward out of Mississauga, St. Martin's, in her 4th year. That ball skips past everyone towards midfield. And Gotti regroups and sends it back in. Olivito battling. She loses that battle. Chiapetta had it. Off the referee. The referee's going to blow that one dead. The Saints tried with an outlet pass. They're just going to drop this back into play for the Saints' possession. And there it is. So they can go back to the keeper. Left boot from Hudson. Mognan kind of circling around that defender, trying to find a mistake, and there's a turnover. They try and get it into Mognan, but it rolls into the keeper. Burrell near side, right by the boundary line. She's got Mognan. Kersey now, looking for some room. Sends in Olivito. Olivito looks to cross, can't find any room, but that's going to head to the corner. This will be the first Saints corner kick. Alicia Olivito going. She's got 1 goal on the season. 5'3" out of Windsor Holy Names High School, her 2nd year with the team. She lines up this corner kick. Low worm burner. Saints get a foot on it. Kersey's got it. Tries a centering ball. Deflected away. That's going to head back to the corner. So Olivito's going to get ready to take it again. Just inside the box at the top, I see Burrell, Mognan. I think Hudson's in there as well with the height. So they're going to try and maybe get one up to some of them as they come in. There's a little bit higher ball. Saints have it. Just at the top of the box, unable to get anything off, was Lapos, and that ball gets cleared away. Lapos tried to line one up, but defender came back help block that shot. Dangerous pass, Hudson's able to handle. So now it's turned over, and the Hawks have it. Olivito still with possession. She's able to clear away. Mognan running, but first to the ball is Haley Lewis, and she goes back to the keeper. Ball near side. That's Callender again. We've seen a lot of her for the Hawks so far. Callender, no goals yet this year. Right down the middle, the Hawks try and find a lane. They send one, but the keeper, Estefan, comes up, plays a two-hopper into the midsection. She keeps control. Only 2 goals this season for Humber. They've had trouble putting the ball in the back of the net. Russell has one, and Nain Bediako has the other. They've given up 5. St. Clair has scored 12 this year in 4 matches and given up 6. Here comes Kersey. She's got a little bit of room. Centering ball kind of behind the pass. Not a great pass, but Mognan has it. Kersey, one-on-one. Big height difference there, but Kersey comes away. Mognan centering, little chip ball. The ball's loose in the box. Nice pass back towards the net. She scores from the top of the box! Beautiful effort from the Saints all around. That looks like number 18, Brianna Kinsley-Clough. That'll be her 2nd goal of the year, if it isn't backed by her. And it is confirmed. So her 2nd of the season. And we'll take a look at that again on the replay. There's Kersey, one-on-one battle, but look, she comes away with it and gets it to the middle, and Mognan does the same. Just kind of chips it, the keeper can't control, and watch this little touch pass right here. And a beautiful one-timer past the keeper. So a nice effort from the St. Clair Saints, and they take a lead 1-0. So we're now in the 16th minute, but in the 15th minute, we had the first goal of this match. Hudson has the ball on the far side. Brianna Kinsley-Clough with the goal. And on this warm, sunny day, the Saints have a big 1-0 lead, as we're in the first quarter hour of this one. So ball on the far side, no flag. The centering ball, Estefan has to play it off of bounds. So a centering ball from Humber, but Estefan able to take control. Lapos off her own player, off Kinsley-Clough. A couple players have their arms hooked up together, whistle blown. Foul on the Hawks, so it's going to be a free kick for the Saints. Hudson looking for somewhere to go with it. Big boot right down the center. That goes right over the defender. Mognan's there. Mognan chips it over the keeper, just wide. So Hudson sends a big one-hopper. It goes off the turf to Mognan. Mognan had a chance, and she tried to just chip it over the keeper, but went a little wide with it. So the Saints are pressuring. Mognan again in there. And this time Burrell pressure. 2 Humber players collide. Kersey turns it over, and the Hawks have it. That's Callender, one-on-one on the near. Good pass to the center of the field, and Humber still controls. Burrell comes in to defend. Olivito helps out. There is a foul. Go in favor of the Saints. Saints will have the ball. Good hustle there by Olivito defensively. As we take a look at it on the replay, you can see Burrell challenging there and Olivito having to skip over the player, but the foul was called. Hudson back as they're live. Low centering ball, almost gets past the defender. Mognan was waiting in case it did. One-on-one battle, far side, but 3 Saints are back. That ball sends in, but that's going to trickle long. That was Isabella Chiapetta kicking it too long. There's Lily Estefan, 3-1 this year. Again, she's been between the pipes every minute of this season so far for St. Clair. There's a turnover. I actually talked with Steve about just that very play. Some of those outlet passes have been a little bit lazy coming from the far side, creating some turnovers. There's another one. The throw-in from Burrell gets turned over, and a bit of a chance mishandled by the keeper. That's going to lead to a corner. So some of those outlet passes from the Saints, not very aggressive. And he also says that he wants his midfielders to come back and help. He says they've been standing around a little bit too much, not coming the back to help their defenders, alleviate some of that pressure. So that's going to be a corner. Caitlin Russell looks to be lining it up. We've just started the 20th minute. Low liner, and that one's short-sided again. That's the second time we've seen her do that on that near side. Looks like we have a first substitution of the match. Looks like a couple of Saints on the far side. I think Olivito looks to be going off, as is Burrell. And that looks like Collins coming in, Lily Collins, wearing the captain's armband. Defender, 5'4" out of Windsor, holy names high. Another second-year player. This roster is littered with second-year players. They finally have a full year of OCAA college soccer under their belts. Steve Vanini looking to ride that experience deep into the playoffs this year. Lapos, one-on-one, far side. Big boot. Saints have a couple of people there. Defender boots it away into the parking lot. And they'll retrieve that one as we'll have a throw-in right near the St. Clair bench. Right in front of Coach Steve Vanini and his crew. Jenna Bazaire, Matt Peonessa, Alicia Vanini, Madison Seamus, and Anthony Santilli. They have a chance here. Kersey, one-on-one. Sends the right foot, short side, past the goal line. Nice effort by Kersey. Kersey has 2 goals this year. The 5-foot forward from Bell River, Ontario. First-year player out of St. Anne's. Battle midfield. Aggressive play there by Jessica Dahl, forcing the Humber player down. There's the first goal of the match. Back in the 15th minute, that was Brianna Kinsley Clough, the 5'6" midfielder from Georgetown, Ontario, Christ the King, in her second year with the St. Clair Saints. So a big boot over everyone, but that's Callender rushing for it. She's going to try and catch it before the line. She does. No flag. So it looks like it's going to be a throw-in. So throw in deep in the Saints zone. That's Kersey. They're keeping an eye. A little give and go. Kersey lets her by, but the offside flag is up on the far side. Kersey baiting the offensive player into a offside there. Now Kersey sprints down the near side. Oh, she trips over. The turf monster grabs her, and she's down at midfield. Far side, Saints have the ball. That's Walsh now, 2-on-2. She's got Mogden on the cross with her. Humber defense hustles back. Walsh still trying to battle. That ball comes dead. Both hands go up. And looks like they're going to call a goal kick. Both players trying to knock it past the boundary line off each other. Looks like we might be getting that water break now that we're midway through. So we're going to have a short timeout here as both teams take a break. You see some of the bench players just trying to stay loose on the far side. So we're at just past the 23-minute mark. Just started the 24th minute. St. Clair scored back in the 15th minute. Brianna Kinsley-Clough, and you can see the umbrellas. We're not expecting any rain, but they're trying to keep that temperature down. As we showed at the beginning of the match, 25 Celsius. Feels like 31, and there's nowhere to hide here in this Acumen Stadium grandstand. And there's Coach Steve Vanini. You can see the straining of the neck. He's very energetic on the sidelines. I pointed out to him, I was watching him run up and down the sidelines, kind of calling plays almost like a basketball coach would, and it actually led to one of those goals in the first match against Redeemer back a couple Saturdays ago. Vanini's in his 7th year with the club. He's also the interim head coach of the men's team, which we'll see shortly after this one. 2 o'clock is the scheduled time. It might be a little bit after that with these little short water breaks. So we're almost ready to go with this one. The referee's getting ready to blow this one back into play. And the clock is running. We're now in the 24th minute. Riley Stewart, the keeper, sends it wide. And the Saints come away with it. There's the goal scorer, Brianna Kinsley-Clough, to the outside. The Saints cannot control, and it'll be a throw-in as number 8, Emily Robitaille, tries to retrieve the ball. So a throw, Dahl defends. Dahl's an aggressive defender. She'll get right on the back of that forward, making them make a play. And there it worked. It caused the turnover. Went off the forward, right past the boundary line. And Hudson now will get ready to throw in. So short side, 2 players go down. Saints player gets back up. The Humber player slowly gets to her feet. That's Robitaille. Nice little touch pass, intercepted by the Saints. Tries to go outside, that's Collins. Near side to Mogden. Mogden tries to send a ball up. She's got Walsh, battle for the ball, race for it. You saw Walsh throw her hand up to Mogden, saying she wanted that pass. Walsh still at the top of the box. Lapos with a shot, just couldn't get anything on it to get it over top of the keeper. Let's look again at the replay. You couldn't see on the replay, but she was calling for it. Walsh had her hand up and just a step behind, or that would have been an easy put-away goal for the Saints. So the Saints are definitely putting some pressure. It looked like a handball near side. But it goes as a throw-in. Jessica Dahl tried a little one-touch pass to Kersey on the near side. Didn't work. Now there's going to be a race for it on the far side. Talia Liberty. She gets it away. Humber sends a right boot towards the keeper. Headed away by Collins. Mogden comes back to help defend. That ball's into the box. Nichols, one-on-one far side with Hudson. And Estefan comes out to scoop that one out. And that'll calm things down for the St. Clair Saints. The players walk back up to catch their breath on this hot final day of summer here in Windsor, Ontario. That ball trickling to the keeper. It's going to reach her. So with only the one match this weekend, Coach Vanini says he's willing to let those starters go a little bit further today. They don't have to worry about coming back or going somewhere for a game tomorrow afternoon. So with this big matchup against Humber, he wants these 3 points. And with a 1-0 lead, he's on his way to that so far. Saints have a run in. Got to chip it over the keeper. Walsh is in. She needs a left foot on it. Walsh, just defended in the last second. Number 13, Doreen Anane Bediako saves a goal for the Humber Hawks. Walsh was on the doorstep and couldn't get the left boot past the defender. The goalie was nowhere near her net as she had come out. And the Saints just fail to get that second goal. Quickly played in on the corner. Centered in. And just cleared away. So a great chance. We have a substitution coming on the far side. A huge chance for the Saints there to make a 2-0 lead in the 27th minute. But Walsh unable to capitalize. That's Liberty going off. Looks like Burrell coming back. And I think I saw Walsh coming out on the top of the screen as she takes her first break of the match. This will be a throw-in on the near side. Kersey's ready. She'll hand it off to Burrell. Might be an injury. The referee is walking towards the sideline with a player. There you go. That's number 8. That's Emily Robitaille, 5'6" defender out of Mississauga, Dixie High School, 3rd year at Humber. So maybe some sort of injury, so she's being walked off the field. They have a substitute ready. Wait for the referee to blow this back in, and there it is. Burrell looking for a big throw. Got Mognan down to Kersey. Nice little touch pass, looking for a cross. Kersey gets past one defender. Mognan with the right boot. Just goes wide. She got a lot on that one. Just had a little bit of a hook on it and couldn't catch that far post, and we'll take a look at that one again. So a nice little play here from the Saints. The throw to Mognan. Kersey does her job, gets past the defender, and there's Mognan looking for the right boot and just misses that top corner on the far side. So lots of pressure by the Saints. They'd like to get that, double that lead to 2. Battle, that should be Callender. It is on the near side. She's got a little bit of room. Left boot goes up and over off the football crossbar. So that's going to be a goal kick. Kaylee's Callender, 5'9" out of Vaughan. 2nd year player. A lot of speed from her we've seen already on the near side of the field today. Just give me a throw in on the far side. Looks like another substitution as well. There's the head coach, Jose Caro. He was a little disappointed in some of his outcomes. He feels he probably should have had at least 1, if not 2 of those matches early in the season, as they're 0-3. They've lost 3 one-goal games to Niagara, Sheridan, and Conestoga. And not to come away with any points from those 3 games. Tough start to his season. A couple players go down. The Humber player stays down. The standing so far this year, Niagara at 13 points is at the top of the ladder. St. Clair tied for 2nd as you take a look at the replay where these players go down. And you can see kind of a knee-on-knee action. She landed hard onto the turf. St. Clair and Conestoga have 9 points apiece. Conestoga's played an extra game. Redeemer and Sheridan have 6 points, Mohawk 4, Fanshawe 3, and Lambton and Humber still zeros this season. Saints a little chip. Mognan racing for it. Keeper comes way away from her net to scoop that one up. Mognan's been everywhere today. Her and Walsh and Kersey doing a great job on the front end. All around, the Saints have played a really good match so far here. Half an hour into this one. could have 3, maybe 4 goals by now, but still only the 1 up on the board. There's a turnover. 1-on-1, far side. There's a crossing pass, not a good one. That ball's turned over, but Saints take it right back, right boot, near side, past the goal line, and that'll be a goal kick. So there's Stewart. So the Saints have 11 shots so far to Humber's 4. Both keepers have made 1 save apiece. And the 1 goal that got past, there's an outlet pass near side. The left boot gets past anyone. Kersey's going to look to throw this in quickly. Big throw in from Kersey. Collins trying to chase down. Humber has it on their own side. Santaguida gets it back to the defender. Looking for a run up the left side. This time they go right down the middle. They got room. Nichols is there. Nichols chips it just wide of the keeper. So Rosie Nichols, the 5'7" midfielder from Toronto, 4th-year player, was just in 1-on-1 against the keeper and just kind of went off the outside of her right boot and slid it wide of the post. And the best chance for Humber today. They can't tie it up. Here's the replay. And you see the pressure from Callender. Callender's speed, that was from the foul. The Saints have had a little bit of trouble with some of the speed we've seen on these speedy forwards on the opposing teams. Ball goes far side. That's going to be a throw-in for St. Clair. So Kate Peck had a yellow card earlier, number 8. Or sorry, for St. Clair. That's her first yellow of the season. That ball is past the boundary line. That's going to be a goal kick for Lily Estefan. Outlet pass, far side. Humber comes away with it, just past midfield. That's Santaguida working far side. Ball in, she's not going to be able to chase that one down. And that goes past the goal line. That's going to be Estefan again on the goal kick. So on that foul earlier, Peck gets her first yellow of the season and of the match. So the goal kick. Humber is able to control it. That's Callender, far side. But the Saints have it now. Trying to send Mognan in. Here we go again. You see Mognan kind of lurking. They're going to try and send her in. This time they go far on the wide. Left boot, centering ball, Mognan. So they're really trying to work that ball in the Mognan in the middle of the field. We've seen a couple of mistakes by the Humber defense, so they're going to try and capitalize on some of those defenders. That was Inane Bediako on defense. She saved the goal earlier in the match. Big right boot from the defender. Up and over everyone. But now there's 3 Hawks coming away. Just one defender back. Burrell gets the right hand on it. Estefan punches it over the goal. And that'll be a corner kick, but a nice play by Lily Estefan to keep the Hawks at 0. Steve Vanini has nothing but high praise for Estefan so far this year. She's been in net for every match so far. My name is Dan Dominguez. I'd like to thank you for joining us, all of us here at We Digital Productions. We're going to be here all day long with you. As the corner kick comes in, a header just over the net. Another half of women's OCAA action. And after a short break, we'll have the men's match. And lastly, tonight, We Digital Productions bringing you the huge rivalry matchup, OFC action. The London Beefeaters against the St. Clair Saints. Turned over midfield. Saints have it. Kinsley Clough. Kinsley Clough gets taken down. They play on. Lapos. Kinsley Clough with the left boot just doesn't get anything on it, and that ball gets turned over. Santa Guida sends it out far side. Hudson kind of lets the defender, that's Lily Collins. The forward had a nice run on it, so Collins came over to help her partner on defense get that ball to the outside. And it looks like we're going to have more substitutions at midfield. We're in the 37th minute. It looks like 13, Talia Liberty, 5'2" out of Tecumseh, another St. Anne's product coming onto the field. Nice little step through. Got some green, gets past, oh, she gets taken down hard. It looks like he's reaching for the pocket, and he is. That's going to be a yellow card. So we'll see if we have that one. But Saints had a nice run on the far side, and she got taken down hard. And the yellow card comes out. So Walsh looks a little scraped up on the turf there, so they're trying to spray some water. If she's got any blood, she's going to have to come off the field. So it looks like Walsh will come out of the game temporarily. So the Saints have it pretty much at midfield here in the 38th minute. They lead 1-0 on the goal by Kinsley Clough. Big boot, gets over one defender and kicked away. One-on-one battle far side. And finally, left boot kicked away. Collins tries to send it back in. Another foul against the Hawks. The Hawks had quite a few yellow cards this season. They've had 8 so far, and that makes number 9 now for the Hawks, where that was just the second yellow card on Peck for the Saints this season. So it looks like Lily Collins getting ready for the free kick, but there's going to be a substitution before that. That looked like Russell going off on the sub. Hudson has it. Centering ball. Mognan tries to touch it to herself. And an offside flag is up on the near side. So the Saints just a little bit ahead of the play. 11 shots now for the Saints, 7 for the Humber Hawks. 2 saves for Estefan, 1 for Stewart, and then the one that got past Stewart as well. Callender looking for some room. High into the air, Callender underneath it, heads it forward. Saints looking for room, but Humber comes away. Humber going to try and equalize this one before they go to the locker rooms for the half. Left boot comes near side. That's Haley Lewis with the ball right at midfield. Humber still has control. That one goes right to defender. Having a little bit of trouble with it, the Saints are. And Kersey decides just to put the left boot on it and just clear it out of danger. Hawks try and send it right back out. And Burrell, again, they're just going back and forth right now. Saints trying to keep this 1-goal lead to go into the locker room. They've had a chance to make it 2 or 3 goals. Here's Mognan now. Tries to send the runner in. The keeper has to come way out the top of the box to scoop that one up. That was Kate Peck. She had the yellow card earlier. She was pressuring. We're now into the Almost played 41 minutes. We're going to head into that 42nd minute now. Kersey, near side, gets past her man, and a right boot. Tries to send Mognan. Mognan comes away with it. She has a lot of space. Tries to send a ball into Peck. Peck with the one time, unable to get a boot on it. Nice effort from Kersey, Mognan, and Peck there, but unable to get a shot on net. Peck sends it back to the defender. The Saints will take another run at it. Mognan tries to sneak behind the defenders. Burrell comes back to defend. Saints have it far side. Just gets past Peck, and the Saints will clear it away. That's going to go for a throw-in. So the Saints have a throw-in on the far side. Just a few minutes to go. Looks like the Saints have someone coming to midfield. That could be Walsh. That's Peck going off. She's got that yellow card, so they got to be careful with her. You don't want to pick up that second yellow and be a man short for the rest of this one. Walsh is back on. She took that hard fall earlier. You can see her right arm bandaged up now, but she's ready to go. Burrell has it just past midfield. Little touch to Kersey. Kersey has it on the right wing, looking for a place to cross. Goes to Mognan. Mognan right boot, defended nicely by Humber. Well, it's been a big force on the defense line today. Doreen Anane Bediako, 5'8" out of Brampton. Ball's on the near side, Kersey battling. That ball trickles past the line. That's going to be a throw-in for the Hawks. So 1-0 here, Acumen Stadium, on the campus of St. Clair College. A hot, humid day here on the last day of summer. As we're nearing the end of the first half, Humber looking to try and equalize this one late in the half. Humber has it. Collins defends, clears nicely. So both teams back and forth at midfield, but the Saints come away with it. That's Walsh with the speed. Defender tries to hook her arm, can't do it. She's in alone. Defender comes over. That ball trickles past the line, so that's going to be a corner kick late in the first half for the Saints. So the Saints are going to try and tack another one on. We're back to live action. They're going to line up the corner. That looks like Mognan on the far side. We got the tall defenders up there, Hudson and Burrell. And there's Anna Zacher County, injured early in the year. Good to see her back on the pitch. High ball just to the goal line. No Saints there, but Kersey hustles to grab it. Kersey with a couple defenders on her, has to get rid of it. Nice little step through. Kinsley Claw. Collins left boot, they have some room over there. And headed away as Callender takes it. We're now at the 45th minute, we're just about 11 seconds past it. Burrell, first one back, she's gonna go safely back to the keeper. There's Kinsley Claw chipping away, she's the lone goal scorer in the first half. Back in the 15th minute. Far side, number 13, that's Talia Liberty. There's Coach Steve Vanini. Always energetic up and down the sidelines for the St. Clair Saints for the last 7 seasons. So ball's at midfield, Lapos. but the Hawks come away with it. That's Antonio Gatti. Sends the ball in, heading towards the goal line. That's going to trickle past the goal line. That's going to be a goal kick for the Saints. We'll see if Estefan can get one sent out there, if the Saints have anything left in them to try and get the second one. Plays the conservative route and just dribbles it off to Burrell. And there's the final whistle. So we're through first half. Back in the 15th minute, Brianna Kinsley-Clough scores for the Saints, and they lead this one 1-0. We're going to take a quick timeout for halftime, but don't go too far. We'll be back with second half action here at Acton Stadium.
What's up, Saints Nation? The SSA is super excited to show you the 3 athletic opportunities that you're entitled to as a student here at St. Clair College. Let's start off at state-of-the-art Jacqueline Tennis Center. Complete with 4 indoor courts and 1 outdoor court. Students can book online at saintstennis.com.
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers.
Thanks. Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
The first kiss. She's thinking about a million things, like should I lean in or let him? Do I close my eyes or open them? But for him, he's only thinking about one thing. Did she have peanut butter for lunch?
And we're back here at Acumen Stadium. We're going to kick things off right away. Referees and players are ready to go. And the Saints will start with possession here in the second half. The Saints lead 1-0 against the Humber Hawks. Back in the 15th minute, Rihanna Kinsley Clough put one in the back of the net to give that St. Clair Saints and Stephen Eady a 1-0 lead. Saints have put on most of the pressure here in the first half. They had a chance to score at least a couple others. They had huge chances. One off the post and one the defender at the last second knocked it away. But Humber won't back down. That was only the 6th goal they've given up in 4 matches, but they've unable to win a match so far this year. Humber has the ball. That's Callender working against a couple of defenders on the far side. Mognan comes back to help. Burrell also giving chase. Humber will retreat back to their own side. An aggressive play by a couple of players there. That's 13. That's Liberty. Battling with number 7, Melanie Acosta. My name's Dan Dominguez. Thanks for joining us all here at the We Digital Productions crew. OCAA women's soccer action here at St. Clair College, Acumen Stadium, Windsor, Ontario. Hot, humid day. Humidex 31, 32 degrees by now with that turf. Probably another 4 or 5 degrees on top of that. Really warm down there. Midway through, we'll see a water break. We saw that in the first half as well. Only one match for the Saints this weekend. Normally they play 2. As I mentioned in the first half, Coach Vanini wasn't afraid to maybe push some of those star players, some of those starters, a few extra minutes more than they normally would, other than when you have a 2-match weekend. A big matchup. They know even an 0-3 Humber is still a very dangerous team. They've had a tough schedule. Centering ball. And the keeper has it. And there's the big boot to midfield. The Saints headed away, so the Saints are going right to left across your screen, the all whites here in the second half. Humber Hawks, all blue. Almost no wind to speak of here today. It's not a factor. Little boot towards the net. That's going to trickle all the way to the keeper. Nestefan easily scoops that up and gives her players a chance to make their way down the pitch. kind of off the side of her foot towards midfield. They do come away with a nice header from Walsh, and that's Collins. She's got Walsh on her left side, gets it up to her. Walsh trying to get past the defender, left boot coming, short side! Nicely defended by the keeper, Riley Stewart. You can see she really wanted that short side, and she got quite a bit on that one. And there's the defender again, Bediako, coming in to try and harass. The keeper just gets a hand on it, and it does touch the near side post. So that's going to be a corner for the St. Clair Saints here in the 49th minute. High flying ball that curls over top of the keeper's net, and it's going to be a goal kick. So there is a substitution, it looks like, at midfield. It looks like 12 is going off. That's Anna Afonso. And there's your temperature, 27. Feels like 32 now, air temperature. And that hot sun-baked turf. You could add a few degrees to that, I'm sure. I was on the field before this matchup, 11 o'clock this morning, and it was already steaming down there. Now, just past around 1 o'clock, it's got to be quite hot. Saints try to get Liberty on the near side, unable to do so. And the Hawks intercept. Just past the logo. Couple of Hawks in the same neighborhood. They get it away, but tipped away nicely. So Humber looking for a lane. They haven't had a lot of opportunities today. There's a ball. That's Walsh again sprinting. The keeper way out of the net to send that ball away. And Lapos just can't get it, but now she has it. Goes far side. That's Kersey's area. She's got Mognan. Walsh looking for Walsh on a cross. Gets tipped away. It's going to be headed away by the defender, but the Saints are still there. Oh, back heel, just wide of the net. Walsh again. Walsh probably should have 3 goals by now, but she's unable to get anything past the keeper. Nice centering ball. If we can stick with the replay, you'll watch this nice little attempt by Walsh here. Nice little heel, and it just trickles just wide. We're back now to live action. The ball's at midfield, and the Saints have it on a throw. So Walsh is probably just inches away from 3 goals today, but still with nothing. Kinsley Clough, the only marker for the St. Clair Saints in this one so far. Santa Guida sends Callender down the far side. Callender's got some space, being chased by Kersey and Burrell. Gets past Burrell. Left boot blocked by Kersey. Right near the corner. I'm not sure if it's going to be a throw or a corner. It looks like it's just going to be a throw. We'll see. So indeed, it'll just be a throw-in on the far corner. High ball into the box, headed away by the tall Burrell. Sent right back in. Hudson and Kinsley Clough help clear the ball away. Burrell able to stand her ground and stop that offensive rush. Humber has it again, right boot towards the keeper. Estefan has to play it off of bounds. And she looks to slow things down to try and clear this zone. So Estefan, again, been in the net every minute of every game so far for Coach Vanini. Back pass to the keeper. I haven't seen a lot of that today. That's kind of encouraging not to see the constant back pass. These teams have been trying to go forward. A lot of contact there midfield. The Saints are able to come away with it. A little touch pass to the near side, a race for the ball. And a couple of races, and the Hawks come away. Nice header. And Kersey helps back to help clear that away to midfield, and Humber is going to have to regroup again in their own end. So Humber's going to try the far side this time. Big left boot past everyone. Only Burrell is there for the Saints. Collision, and the Hawks come away with it. Hawks are in, looking for a lane. A little bit of trouble, far side, just wide of the post. Number 10, Caitlin Russell. You see some of the scores going across your screen as we take a look at the replay. Just past Estefan, but also gets just wide of that net. Almost evens this one up, but for now, we're still 1-0 for the Saints. And there's Russell coming off again. I think she came off at the end of the first half, so might have something up. See with the captain's stripe on her left arm. We wait for the sub to come on, and as they do, they'll blow this back into play. Estefan elects just to go to the far side. That should be Burrell, and it is. But it's turned over again. Kind of a soft pass to Kersey on the outlet pass. Not aggressive enough, and the speedy Calendar is able to try and intercept as we have more subs coming on. That looks like Olivito coming in. Olivito's got 1 goal this season for the St. Clair Saints. So Burrell looking for a lane. A couple of pump fakes. And she walks her way up the sideline. And quickly they turn it over. Lots of blue jerseys. Left boot towards the net. Smothered by the keeper. So a little sloppy on the far side from the Saints. Let's see if Olivito can help calm things down. Collins all the way back. And there's the only goal scorer back in the 15th minute. Kinsley Clough towards the net, off the crossbar. Burrell kind of whiffs on it. Big collision on the far side. So the Saints are having trouble with turnovers right now. They can't find any momentum here in this second half. It's been all Humber. We take a look on the replay. That was just the end of it there after the crossbar hit. So the Saints have it near side. That looks like it's off a Saints player. That's going to be a throw-in for Humber. Right in front of the camera well here as we're high atop the Wii Digital booth here at Acumen Stadium. Another substitution coming on the far side here in the 57th minute. Burrell is making her way off the pitch. The substitute comes on. We're going to get things going back again here in the 57th minute. So Humber's definitely pressuring. Lily Collins chips it away. But Humber's in there just at the top of the box. Turned over, Kinsley Clough. But right back to Humber again. So the Saints kind of playing on their heels right now. Humber and y'all blue going left to right, putting a lot of pressure on St. Clair. Throw in right in front of the St. Clair bench. Headed forward, but Olivito has it. Back to Collins. We'll see if Mognan can take control for the Saints. She's got a defender right on her. Walsh one-on-one. Gonna go all the way back to the keeper. And finally the Saints are able to flip the field a little bit. So near side, a lot of green in front of the Humber player. That's Cassie Ator, 5'4" out of Bolton, St. Michael's Secondary School. Throw in coming for the Hawks. short throw in. That one's chipped away from St. Clair. And that'll be another throw. See some of the schedules and matches for elsewhere in the OCAA across the top of your screen. We have another one here after the women's match as the Humber men will take on St. Clair Saints men's team shortly after this one's over. Nice little move. That's Zacher County. Gets out of trouble. Sends Walsh up. Walsh has it on the left side. Gonna look for a left boot. She's got Mognan there. Just can't get it past the defender. So Walsh and Mognan trying to cause trouble, trying to get that second goal across the line. Santa Guida gets it back. Pediaco sends it far side, and that's Callender now. That ball gets chipped away, but that's going to be a throw-in on the far side. We're approaching an hour played as it goes off the St. Clair head. That's Jessica Dahl taking it off the forehead. The Saints lead 1-0. Two players go down, one on each side. That's going to be a foul against Humber. A player on the ground questioning that call from our head referee, but nonetheless, it's the Saints' ball. And the Saints put it back into play quickly as they have a runner down the far left side. That's Liberty. Liberty gets a chip from Walsh, but the offside flag is up. And we're now at an hour played. We have about a half an hour to go in this one. And right in front of us, Humber has it. Hudson defends nicely and now looking for an outlet. Tried to hit Mognan up on the far side. So a left boot trying to send one in. Two defenders on her. Left boot towards the net, blocked. That's Nichols causing trouble right at the top of the box. Humber has it near side, Ettore. That's blocked nicely by Collins. And Humber's going to regroup at midfield. Collins watching the forward. Humber's in. And cleared away safely, but turned over quickly. Another sloppy outlet pass from the Saints. So this one's going to go all the way past the line for a Saints goal kick. So we're now in the 62nd minute. There's going to be another substitution on the far side. That's Zacher County going off for the St. Clair Saints. She injured her hand a couple weeks ago. Maybe some ligament damage, but it's good to see her back with the captain's stripe on her arm, back in the match. One-on-one battle near side. It passes the line. And that's going to be a Saints throw-in as more substitutes are coming in. You see on the scoreboard, Fanshawe a 2-0 lead over Sheridan, the 57th minute in women's OCAA West Division action. We're in the 63rd minute of this one. Throw in right to Olivito. Olivito blasts it past on the give and go past Hudson. So another mistake from the back line of the St. Clair Saints. So Humber has it. One-on-one battle. Defended nicely, kept in. Good job there from the Saints to clear. But again, turned over. Just No momentum in this one for the second half, the Saints. They've been just a little bit sluggish, it feels, here in the second half. Left boot blocked nicely. And that's Lily Jazz now has it. We haven't seen a lot of Jazz in this one. Tries to send the ball far side. Speedy defender's going to go all the way back to the keeper. Humber has some green right in the middle of the field. They quickly flip the field. Again, no defender's challenge. Big right boot, but that goes wide of the goalkeeper. And Estefan will have a goal kick. So left boot near side. Handled nicely. That's Walsh right in front of us. They're going to try and send Walsh on the far side. They do get it past her. If she can keep it inside the line, just trickles past. And that's going to be a throw-in for Humber. Nice effort there from the Saints. A little two-man game, but they're unable to keep that ball in. Another substitution far side. The shots have evened up in this one. 15 for the Saints, now 13 for Humber. 3 saves for Estefan, 2 for Stewart. And still just the 1 goal back in the 15th minute. Kinsley Clough, the only marker of this match. We see the Humber men's team right in front of us getting ready to start their warm-ups. As I mentioned, that'll be shortly after. You can see in the bottom of your screen a few heads as they'll take on the St. Clair Saints men's team after this one. Hudson trying to race back on defense. Russell has it. Russell gets a right boot on it. Up and over off the football crossbar. And that's going to be a goal kick. We'll use those football ones tonight just after 7 as the London Beefeaters take on the St. Clair Saints. Undefeated St. Clair Saints looking to make their run through the OFC again. Justin Prince will be up here on the call for that one. That ball heads into the St. Clair bench, and that'll be a throw-in for Humber. So Russell has it, defended by Dahl on the far corner. She goes right past Dahl. Russell gets dragged down, no whistle, they play on. And that's Kinsley Clough one-on-one. And 2 Hawks are back. Big boot to midfield, headed nicely. That was Oliveto. Again, back and forth. Again, not a lot of flow in this second half. Humber comes away, looks midfield. Hudson defends. She looks to clear, but turns it over. Acosta sends it midfield. A boot blocked by Lily Collins. Another boot towards the net, just over the top of the bar. Another substitution coming far side. As you see Kersey kind of holding that left side. She's staying in the game, however. She's kind of doubled over at the waist, but we'll have that water break shortly. And I think they just called for it now, the water break, as we're in the 68th minute, kind of halfway through this second half. And we'll take a quick look at the standings in the West Division. There's Niagara, top of the heap right now. 4 wins, a loss, and a draw. There's St. Clair, we mentioned earlier, those 9 points, a 3-1 record. They dropped their first match of the year, but they've run off 3 in a row. Conestoga, 3-2. Redeemer and Sheridan, both at 2-1. Mohawk, 1-2-1. The Fanshawe Falcons, 1-2. And there's Humber and Lambton. Lambton's not usually too strong in the West Division, but the Humber 0-3 is the big shocker. Having that tough schedule and just unable to get goals so far this year. Still only 2 goals this season. They've given up 6. but still no points to show for it. Defensively, they've been strong, but just not a lot of goals so far this season. The Saints, on the other hand, have 12 goals on the year, 13 now with the one by Kinsley Clough. You see the teams huddling, and the hardest working man in show business there, that's Steve Vanini. Trying to find a way to keep his team focused and fired up for this final 23 minutes and change. So the referee blows the whistle, and we're going to head back to play here in the second half of the second half after the water break. It's going to be a goal kick for Estefan when we get things going. And we're back underway here. We're at sunny Acumen Stadium here on the campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario. Hot, humid day, the last day of summer for 2024, as the water break is now over. The Hawks have it, but intercepted nicely by the Saints. So near side, the Saints have a bit of a run. That's 13 Liberty, looking for a place to go with it, nowhere to go. Hawks have it near side. Left boot centering ball intercepted nicely by the Saints defense. And that's Hudson now near side, looking for a place to go. That's Walsh. Tries a little touch pass just near the boundary line, but that's going to be a throw in. OCAA women's soccer action here, brought to you by We Digital Productions. We're high atop the We Digital broadcast booth here at Acumen Stadium. Again, the Hawks looking for a lane. They like to go up the middle, it seems like. Put a little pressure right down the middle of the field. Here they go again. Gotti sends one towards the keeper, but well wide again. Humber's actually, for the first time, has taken the shot advantage. 16 shots to St. Clair's 15. Estefan's made 3 saves, Stewart 2, and 1 got past Stewart back in the 15th minute with Kinsley Clough, the lone goal scorer for the St. Clair. We got a whistle. Looks like a foul on Victoria Walsh. You can still see kind of that holding that left side. You can see on your screen right there. Kersey holding that left side. So just past midfield, the big boot tipped away, bounced away. Kersey heads it towards the net, scores on the short side. They tie it up. So again, the Saints having trouble in their own end, and they tie this one up in the 70th minute. We'll wait on the official score. Let's see if we can pick up a number. Couldn't quite see it there. It might have been 3. We'll wait to see if it was Gotti or not.
Goal scorer in the 70th minute for Humber, number 2, Kalen Russell.
So we're tied at 1 here with about 20 minutes to go in this one. The Saints having a little bit of trouble in their own zone this whole second half, and it finally cost them. They haven't been clean. And for only the 3rd time of the year, the Humber Hawks have found the back of the net, and they tie this one up. So there's Mognan back in. They're going to need her offensive firepower. And there's pacing in the background, head coach Jose Caro, 3rd year for the Humber Hawks. His team needs at least a point. I'm sure he'd prefer 3 today. He definitely doesn't want to go 4 games into this season with no points to show for it. So another centering ball. Russell and a Saint goes down. That's a foul on Humber. The Saints will have it. The bench, Humber, kind of up in arms over that one. As you can see, yeah, Russell just basically ankle tackled Kinsley Claw for the foul. So a throw in on the near side, Kersey, but that's quickly turned over, and it's going to be a throw in right back to Humber. '72nd minute. Humber ties it up in the 70th minute. They've been pressuring quite a bit in the second half. Hudson looking for a place to go with it, just puts the left boot on it, but there's no Saints to be found down there, and that'll be a throw in for Humber. Humber quickly retrieves it. They have all the momentum right now, so they want to keep this ball back in play. So at midfield, Chiappetta looks to get the pass to the defender, unable to do so. Defended nicely by Lapos. Big bump, Walsh knocks over the forward, and the foul goes to Walsh, and that'll be a free kick for Humber. And you'll see here on the replay, Walsh tries to cut the angle, and the Hawks player goes down and now has the free kick. So kind of a low burner. Estefan has to come out to scoop it up. There's your goal scorer. It was Russell, Caitlin Russell, 5'5" forward out of Mississauga St. Martin's, scoring the goal. That tied it up in the 70th minute. Kinsley Clough had one back in the 15th minute. Here's Walsh down the middle of the field. 2 defenders on her. So again, one quick attempt, and back across the field they go. And there's your goal scorer, Russell again. Callender looks for the right boot. Knocked down. The forward slips down in the box, or she would have been all alone on top of Estefan. So a big save by Lily Estefan to keep this knotted at 1. That ball gets chipped. That should be a throw-in for the Saints, and it is. Another sub coming on the far side. So we have a goal in the 15th minute, and now one in the 70th minute as Russell ties it up for the Humber Hawks. We're looking to see who's coming off. It looks like it's going to be Kersey coming off. She was holding her side a little bit, so we'll see if she gets worked on by the training staff or not. So Hudson right at midfield. Tries to get a touch. And the Hawks have it back on their own side. The Hawks have been really smooth here in this second half. Nice passing, really solid on defense, no mistakes. Kind of an opposite of what the first half. The Saints were the pressuring team in the first half, and it's been completely flipped the script here in the second half. So we got a quarter hour to go in this one. Plus any added time. They try and retrieve that ball from underneath the John Deere tractor, and it's back in play. Ball down the right side. Big boot towards Estefan. 2-hopper. No real damage there. So we'll see if Estefan can get a big boot on it here. Just misses Walsh. They tried to hit Walsh at midfield with the big boot, but she can't corral it, and it goes all the way to Stewart, the keeper for the Hawks. So Mogden now giving a little bit of pressure. See if they can force these defenders into making a mistake, and they elect to go back to the keeper. And you can see Mogden again. That's the leadership quality you see of her kind of pressuring those defenders. Hopefully the rest of the Saints can do the same, because they need to get back on track here in this second half. Liberty sends it up, looking for Walsh. Has Walsh down the middle. Walsh can't control. Hands on her head. Can't believe she couldn't control that one. She's had lots of opportunities in this one. Another substitute coming at midfield. This will be Humber. That looks like number 20, Michaela Santaguida, 5'4", out of Vaughan St. Joan High School. Second-year player. So it's a goal kick to our left. She elects just to touch it up to her defender. So midfield, that's Russell, the goal scorer, back in the 70th minute. Oliveto comes back. Little trouble there. Estefan has to get rid of it quickly, as Nichols was right there in case she made a mistake. And that sails towards the coaching staff of the St. Clair Saints. Not as energetic right now the way their team is playing. So a turnover there, so that's going to be a throw-in for the Saints. That looks like Jessica Dahl, 5'7", out of LaSalle, Villanova High School. Another second-year player for Steve Vanini. They're going to go all the way back to Estefan and try and regroup as they come near side the Hudson. Liberty tries to send one in. And that ball is right in front of us, so that'll be a throw-in for St. Clair. As you see the Humber player retrieving that ball quickly. You see the umbrellas are out trying to deflect some of this warm sun. We're well over 30 degrees Celsius with the Humidex. And nowhere to hide in these grandstands here at Acumen Stadium on the campus of St. Clair College. We have men's soccer action. That's going to follow this one. 20 minutes or so after this one ends. So far side, race for it. Lapos gives battle. That's Haley Lewis for Humber. And a big left boot. Nice, handled nicely by Russell. And Russell gets it out to Callender on the far side. The speedy Callender looking for a lane now. Goes back to Russell. Oliveto keeping watch. That ball's intercepted by the Saints and just booted away. Walsh giving chase. The keeper well out of her net, out of the box, so she can't handle that one. Tries a little touch pass there, Humber does, but Oliveto ends up coming away with it. Kind of a race down the far side. Oliveto looking to turn the corner. She's got a runner on the far side. Looks for a centering ball. She's got Walsh. Walsh, the offside flag is up. A big collision. The flag was up. Mogden tried a centering ball. So a good effort there by the Saints. You'll see the collision, but the flag had already been raised and the whistle was blowing. But a nice run by the Saints. We haven't seen much of that in the second half as we have about 10 minutes to go. Another quick sub on. Humber trying to keep their team fresh. They only, I think it was 17 they had today, players on their roster. A header as Lily Collins goes down hard. And that's a foul, so that's going to be a good position for a free kick for Humber as Russell gets taken down. So the Saints are going to have to get back defensively on this one. As we're just about 10 minutes to go, 1-1. OCAA women's soccer action. Dan Dominguez bringing you down the stretch here in this one. They got a three-person wall. Blocked nicely by the wall. And a good hustle by Walsh. Walsh was the one on the wall that got a piece of that, making Humber regroup on the throw. Saints looking to clear. Walsh. 3 Hawks around. They have room. Walsh has the room. She has Mognan with her. Tries to send Mognan in, but a little too far. And Stewart, well out of her net, is able to scoop that one up at the top of the box. High boot. That goes right to a Saints player. Headed a couple times, but the Hawks come away. Olivito with a shove. Olivito comes away. She's got Mognan and Walsh with her. And again, Stewart not afraid to come away from that goal line to scoop up that ball. And now this time it's Stewart trying to calm things down for her club. And now there's a player who takes a knee on the near side having an issue. This one could be heat related. And they're going to sub off. That's number 6, Cassie Ator, 5'4" out of Bolton, St. Michael's Secondary School, 4th-year player. Could see some cramping up here with this heat. You can see the leg tape there on the right side already. And there's the subs coming onto the field now. Might have been 12 Alfonso. I'm not sure on that. We'll see when we get a better look at her jersey. So it looks like they're just going to drop this one in for the keeper. It was actually 14, Haley Lewis coming in on the substitution. Lewis is out of Mississauga, Oakville Blue Devil, 5th-year player. So headed away nicely. That's Hudson up to Lily Collins. Collins looking for some help. Tries to send the speedy Walsh in. The keeper well out of the net and sends it off the side of the grandstand. There's your goal scorers. Russell in the 70th. Kinsley Cloth in the 15th. We're coming down the stretch in this one. Oh, chance for the Saints. That ball's chipped in. The Saints score! A huge mistake by the Hawks. And she's able to chip it over the defender. That could have been number 4, Lapos, I believe. Because we'll see the mistake here on the replay. She just snuck in, and it was number 4. Sierra Lapos, Tilbury, Ontario, Ursuline College, a first-year player, gets her first goal of her OCAA career. And it's a big one here against the Humber Hawks to give the St. Clair Saints a 2-1 lead here with only about 6 minutes to go in this one, plus maybe a little bit of added time. The Hawks almost got a little lackadaisical in their own end on that one, and she just snuck through the middle and just chipped one over the keeper. A big goal for St. Clair. As Humber is now outshooting St. Clair 19-16. 4 saves for Estefan, 2 for Stewart, and now 2 have gotten past Stewart with the 1 past Estefan. So a nice boot there by Estefan past midfield. So that was the mistakes they were looking for. But here comes Callender near side. And I'm sure they won't rush to put this one back into play. There's your goal scorers. So Lapos did get it in the 84th minute. Kinsley Clough had the first one back in the 15th. And Russell, the lone marker, back in the 70th minute for the Humber Hawks. So a big mistake from Humber, and the Saints capitalize. And now lead 2-1. Left foot in the top of the box. Humber not giving up. They're battling. Nice clearing ball from the Saints defender. Humber tries it on the far side. That's a speedy Callender again. Kaylee's Callender gets around the defender. Headed away. That looked like Dahl. And that's a nice boot. I think Mognan's going to take control on that far side now. Turned over. A little touch pass, but that gets sent back towards midfield. 87th minute now here at Acumen Stadium. The Saints hold the 2-1 lead. That's a bad pass, and the Saints aren't going to be in much of a rush to go chase that ball down. They'll let a few seconds tick off this clock with that 1-goal lead. Jessica Dahl slowly makes her way to go grab that one. So precious seconds ticking. Looks like a substitution might be coming, but they get there too late as the ball is thrown back in. Back to Estefan. Look, it might have been a handball, but they play on. Big boot. That goes well over the net, and that's going to be another goal kick for Estefan. Now we'll get that sub on the midfield. They don't sub because they get the ball in quickly. Walsh has it midfield. Walsh looking for a lane. She's got a runner on the far side. Oh, taken down hard is number 4, Lapos, the goal scorer. And we'll finally get that substitution with Humber taking control. So they sub quickly and they throw that ball in quick. Hawks have to move fast to try and get that equalizer. The Humber Hawks are 0-3 so far in this season. They haven't been 0-3 since 1996, before any of these players were born. And Stefanini looking to keep that winning streak going. They have 3 in a row. They're 3-1. They're going to try and make it 4 if they can hang on to this 1-goal lead. The Saints hold on the second spot in the OCAA West standings, just trailing Niagara. Headed. Estefan has to come out, collided. That looks like Lily Collins who went down. And St. Clair actually beat Niagara 4-1 their last matchup. Kersey had a couple of goals, Burrell and Kinsley Clough in that one. That was Niagara's only loss of the year. So they're going to have to go back to the keeper? No, they keep it going on the far side. It's Bediako. Tries to center to midfield. You can see the clock at the top of your screen where the Hawks are starting to run out of time. Clough tries to chip one up. No one really chases it, so Walsh jumps on it. Walsh going to try and get around the corner past the defender, unable to do so. So I don't know if the Hawks are running out a little bit of gas on the back end. The back end didn't really hustle on that one. Russell, though, she's been everywhere today for the Humber Hawks. She was their lone goal scorer back in the 70th. As we're approaching an hour and a half played, and we'll see what kind of added time we have. Walsh, a little give and go. She's in. Walsh is in. Just her and the keeper. Short side. Misses again. That's about 4 times, and she can't believe it. She's had about 4 goals on her foot, but none of them have gotten past the keeper. I think if she goes far side on that one, she might have had a little bit of better chance. She went too far short side and didn't leave her with a lot of room. And we're now at the 90-minute mark, so we're in the added time. So we'll keep our eye on the head referee in the middle of the field for that final whistle. The Hawks are going to have to press up now. They have it midfield. That's Spalla, 17. Kind of shoves Kinsley Clough off the ball. Olivito has it. She's probably going to look to clear. She's got some space. Probably would have been better trying just to boot that ball down the field. Let's see if she does it now. Olivito acting as a bit of an enforcer out there. It's nice to see. And there's a clearing ball. Mognan, she's got Walsh down the middle, trying to stay on side. Mognan tries their big right boot. Walsh trying to do anything to get one past the keeper. She can't buy a goal today. She's had 3 or 4 right on that left boot. unable to capitalize. We're now just past a minute of added time. We didn't get any notification of how much added time we'll have, so we'll have to keep an eye on the head referee. So back to midfield, right at the Saints logo. That's Lewis. She's going to have to press. She's got a lot of green in front of her. They're going to have to put some pressure on her. That goes right to Estefan. She's going to scoop it up and probably take a few precious seconds off. 90 seconds into added time. Big drop kick to midfield, and that hops past the first defender. So they're going to pushes them all the way back. Bediako sends it to midfield. Off the referee, bad break for the Hawks. Second time we've seen a ball lined off the official today. So they drop that ball in quickly. Right boot, that's Russell, the lone goal scorer. Oliveto just clears. Good job by her. Just to clear that ball all the way down. And this time they do go back to Stewart. Referee does have the whistle up in his mouth, and there it goes. This one is over. Kinsley Clough in the 15th minute. Russell scores in the 70th minute for Humber, and the big goal by Sierra Lapos from Tilbury, Ontario. Ursuline College scores the winner in the 84th minute, and the St. Clair Saints have won 4 in a row, and they are in second place in the West Division. The Humber Hawks fall to 0-4. My name is Dan Dominguez. On behalf of the entire We Digital crew, I'd like to thank you for joining us. Don't go far. About 20 minutes or so, we're going to have the men's matchup here on We Digital.